Monday was National African American Parent Involvement Day.
It's inspired by the Million Man March in 1995, created to encourage parent involvement in their child's education, amongst other goals. Goals are important, goals are admirable, but the experts say these relationships have to be a two-way street. A relationship guru, one of those experts, Michael Walker, PhD candidate at the University of Minnesota. Michael, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me, Jason and Heather. How are you guys doing today?
We are well. Could you start with some historical context as we look into, obviously the relationship between schools and black families has gone all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court.
Correct. And we talked about Brown versus Board of Education, right? When that legislation went through, it was around integration. And what we have to be very mindful of is that what we really integrated was just the bodies of our black students into those spaces. We didn't really integrate the curriculum. We didn't integrate the cultural norms. And so all those things play a part in how the system is set up now and how it impacts students of colors and families.
Can you share with people a little bit more about these experiences, about these lived experiences?
Yeah, so, we have a lot of data that shows the disparities when we're looking at graduation rates or GPAs or test scores. We also see disparities when we're talking about discipline rates. And so those play a role in how black students and black families experience our school system. And just for, a real life example, for me, so like my mom, there's 6 kids in our family. So when we're talking about these parent-teacher conferences and showing school support, and sometimes she had to make decisions on which students or which one of her kids she would go to those parent-teacher conferences. And sometimes those assumptions may come up and we may start to think that, well, these families are not really involved in school or don't want to be part of their children's academics. But it's really the opposite. They really want to be involved. And so they're just trying to manage some of the things that we have to figure out. Like as a school system, we have parent-teacher conferences on the same day for the entire district. And so now parents have to pick and choose which schools they're going to attend or which kids they're going to show up for their conferences. And so now the older kids may miss out on those opportunities.
Yeah, important things to think about. When you look at other things that schools can do, what kind of things jump out to you?
Well, some of the first things we can do is find a way to build those positive relationships and be intentional about that, right? We have to be willing to make those positive phone calls, open up those lines of communication. Too often we have seen many black families and parents receiving phone calls that are negative when we call about their black children in our school systems. And we have proof to show that when we see our disparities in our discipline and behavior consequences. And so that can start the initial rate of how we're going to have a relationship, right? So you only call me about negative things, the likelihood of me wanting to keep answering that phone call starts to diminish and decrease, right? So how do we start off on a positive note?
And Michael, we talked earlier on in the intro to this story about this being a two-way street. What about families? What can families do?
Yeah, for sure. And I want to be very clear that it's not really on the black families to rebuild this trust because the system created this situation. However, I do think there's things that us as black families can do. When we see efforts being taken up by schools or people or individuals in those school systems, hey, let's acknowledge those efforts and then let's try those efforts out and see how we can bridge these relationships and rebuild and regain that trust. Because at the end of the day, we all want the same thing, which is to have our students be successful. And in order to do that, we have to figure out ways to work together. We have to figure out ways to collaborate and connect. And so acknowledging the efforts that are being displayed by the system, but also the system needs to definitely acknowledge the ways that our families are trying to support their kids as well.
Yeah, Michael Walker, we really appreciate it. Really important conversation. Thanks for being with us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.